I want to teach you two different ways to place beads on stitches. One with a crochet hook and one with the Dental Floss product, Super Floss. It's easy to place a bead with a crochet hook. This is a 0.8 millimeter crochet hook. You can use up to about 1 millimeter crochet hook. This is a size 6 bead and I'm using fingering weight yarn. I'm going into the stitch that I want to put the bead on. I'm sliding the stitch off my left hand needle onto the crochet hook, sliding the bead down onto the stitch, and then putting that stitch back on the needle. If you're working with a pattern that uses beads, your pattern will tell you if you will be slipping that stitch or knitting the stitch after you place the bead. It's so fun. Let me show you one more time. So pick up a bead, go into the stitch, slide the bead on, put that stitch back on, and now this time I will slip it for you. And that is placing a bead with a crochet hook. Okay, let me show you how to place a bead with Super Floss. You can find Super Floss in the Dental Floss section of your drug or grocery store. Super Floss is basically a dental floss product that has a stiff tip on one end for getting in between dentures or braces. And what I've done is strung a bunch of beads onto it and then tied a knot in the other end so the beads don't come off of it. What's great about Super Floss is it makes working with beads pretty portable if you don't have access to a table while you're knitting. So the first thing that you do when you're placing a bead with Super Floss is to go into the stitch that you want to have the bead on with the stiff tip, and then fold it in half so that the tip is running parallel to the rest of the floss, and slide the bead down onto the tip. So now you have two strands of floss going through the bead, and then you can slide that stitch off, slide the bead on, and then put that stitch back onto your needle. Do you see that? That was so easy and fast. It's definitely a little bit finicky in the beginning when you learn how to do this technique, but it gets easier the more you practice and try it. So that is another fun way to place beads on stitches. If you liked this video and want to learn more about knitting with beads, check out my Craftsy class, Knitting with Beads with Laura Nelkin.